I have 6 ways to speed up recovery from autoimmunity while doing carnivore diet. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sylvia and I'm a carnivore mom and a carnivore coach. Well, I don't think I need to convince anybody that carnivore diet is capable of reversing many different conditions, at least not in carnivore community. But there are many different versions of carnivore diet. It's just not meat, salt, and water. Some people include lots of dairy. Some people don't eat dairy at all. Some people eat all meat, a little bit of fat, and drink coffee. So there are many different versions of carnivore diet. Today, I will share with you 6 strategies that will help you speed up reversing of autoimmunity. All right, let's start with the most controversial one and the one that people have the hardest time letting go of, and that's coffee. Coffee is a hard no when you have autoimmunity. I know coffee has been discussed in the context of caffeine content, but there is a lot more to coffee than just caffeine. There are many other different compounds found in coffee that interact with our gut lining. And the point of using carnivore diet to reverse autoimmunity is to seal up your gut, because the root cause of all autoimmunity is the leaky gut. Now, those compounds are thought to interact with our gut lining and actually sabotage reversing of autoimmunity, because it is not as effective sealing up of your gut if you continue drinking coffee, even if you're on a full-blown carnivore diet. So it is estimated that there are about 800 different compounds that are volatile, and they will change with different types of coffee, different types of harvesting, roasting, packaging of coffee, and different ways of brewing of coffee. We also have sugars, especially polysaccharides, alkaloids, triagonulins, nicotinic acid, amino acid proteins, theobromine, theophylline, carboxylic acid and other acids, and vegetable oils. I'm not saying it is impossible to reverse autoimmunity if you are still drinking coffee and the rest of your carnivore diet is perfect. It will just take longer. If you want to see quick and more meaningful results, meaning the reversal of gut permeability is faster and more permanent, coffee has to go. And this is also the position of the clinic in Hungary, Paleomedicina. If you are reversing autoimmunity with the paleo-ketogenic diet, coffee has to stop. I haven't found any studies that show any of these compounds being studied in isolation and their impact on the gut permeability. However, I do have a very good evidence, and that Paleomedicina clinic, yet again, they had patients who were doing a paleo-ketogenic diet with coffee and those that were doing paleo-ketogenic diet without coffee. And as you see on the graph here, those that were drinking coffee had worse results than those that were doing paleo-ketogenic diet without drinking any coffee. So I will link this scientific blog post in the description box. Check it out. It is a super interesting article about all aspects of coffee, not just caffeine. Number 2 on my list are spices. Cut out everything except for salt. Later on, you might be able to add some black pepper, but especially in the initial healing phase, just focus on salt and nothing else. Now, you are probably wondering, why am I talking spices? We add them in such small amounts to our food. But remember, if we are dealing with autoimmunity, we are dealing with the leaky gut, and the leaky gut can be annoyed and irritated even by little amounts of lectins. And yes, spices oftentimes are seeds, and they are full of lectins, those proteins that are supposed to protect the seeds from being digested. They're supposed to pass through your gut unchanged, and you're supposed to poop them out somewhere else so that they can propagate to the next generation of plants. So let me give you an example. Cayenne pepper is a frequently used spice. It belongs to the family of nightshade vegetables. So these are potatoes, tomatoes, eggplants, the superfood goji berries, and all kinds of peppers. They are known for having particularly aggressive lectins, and those lectins have affinity for our joint tissue. And people with rheumatoid arthritis are told this even by the conventional doctors, that they should not eat nightshade vegetables. And cayenne pepper belongs to the family of nightshades. Next on my list is dairy. No dairy even in small amounts, if we are talking of reversing autoimmunity with a carnivore diet. I know we all love dairy, I love it too, and I did everything possible to keep dairy in my diet. I tried homemade kefir, homemade yogurt, raw milk, raw cheeses, goat milk, A2 milk. Nothing worked, my joints were still on fire. Even a tiny amount of shredded cheese in my ground beef were giving problems to my joints. And it only took 2 days of not eating dairy for my joints to feel a lot better. Now, one day I hope I might be able to reintroduce some dairy, but at this point, I still can't tell that I can tolerate dairy well. And let me make one more point about dairy, not related to autoimmunity. There is a group of people that is unable to lose weight unless they give up dairy. I don't know why that is, but in many cases of people that I was coaching, they were struggling with losing of that last 10-15 pounds, and I told them, well, how about you give up dairy at least for some time, and the weight came off. And yet another controversial one, no cheat meals on the carnivore diet if we are reversing autoimmunity. Your gut needs ample time, at least 30 days of uninterrupted healing where you just give it the foods it needs to repair itself. And that's mostly saturated fat and animal proteins. That's it, that's all it needs. Now, if you have a cheat meal, you eat something with gluten, for example, a healthy person will have increased gut permeability for 15 to 20 minutes. But people that have history of autoimmunity, leakiness of the gut, will have their gut permeability increase for 5 to 7 days. And so you really can't take breaks from a carnivore diet if you have autoimmunity. You have to go for 30 days without breaking of your diet commitment. Next one up, stop going out for a while, even to the steakhouses. And that's because you cannot quite control what's in your food if it's prepared by someone else. Even the highest end steakhouses will use vegetable oils to spray their grills. And vegetable oils or seed oils are not your friends when we are talking about reversing of autoimmunity and sealing of the leaky gut. Myself, I am super sensitive to olive oil, so even small amount of olive oil will give me a flare-up. And a lot of, especially high-end steakhouses, will use the olive oil to spray their grill. Later on, when you seal your gut, you might actually be able to go out and enjoy some meal, and your body will tolerate small amounts of, let's say, a vegetable oil. And the last one on my list, stop taking supplements. That's right. If we are reversing autoimmunity with a carnivore diet, don't take any supplements, especially not in the healing phase. Later on, if you want to address some other issues and your gut lining is intact, okay, we can talk about some different types of good quality supplements, but not in the beginning, not in the healing phase. I know it is a hard one to swallow, especially for those of us into healthy lifestyles and biohacking. Supplements are such an integral part of our lives. And I understand, because I used to be the supplement queen. Every new supplement that there was, I would buy and try, because why not? It is the biohacking, right? No. Even the highest quality supplements will have things in them like rice flour, which is a very aggressive lectin that increases gut permeability, or titanium dioxide, which also increases gut permeability, and they're there so that you can absorb more of the supplement. And that's fine for normal people, because again, the gut permeability will be increased for 15 to 20 minutes, and then it will normalize after you absorb the supplement. However, for those of us with leaky gut, we'll go on 5-7 days with increased gut permeability. So even if you have a perfect carnivore diet but keep taking supplements, you can actually sabotage your efforts to seal your gut. Alright, so these are my 6 strategies to calibrate your carnivore diet so that it quickly and effectively reverses autoimmunity. This will do it for this week's video. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in my Friday findings. Bye!